Good day. Welcome to Mayor King's TV News. I am Matu Okwemiterishe, and here are the headlines. Delta Governor Oborevwori vows justice for woman killed by security operatives. Delta government dismisses accusations of stalking ethnic conflict in Warri. Anambra'S Onyinyechi Basil crowned Miss Universe Nigeria 2025. Atlanta reject Lookman bid for Bayern Munich. Now the news in details. Residents of Abraka, Delta State, has called for accountability following the death of a pregnant woman allegedly killed by a stray bullet fired by a member of Operation Delta Sweep during a chase of suspected internet fraudsters. Delta Governor Sheriff Oborevwori on Sunday assured that justice will be served in the killing of the unidentified woman in Abraka by security operatives on Saturday. He extended condolences to the bereaved family and urged security personnel to exercise maximum restraint by strictly adhering to established operational standards to prevent unnecessary harm to the public. The governor made the statement through his chief press secretary, Sir Festus Ayon, on Saturday in Asaba. According to him, the tragic incident occurred when security operative reportedly pursuing suspected criminals allegedly fired a shot that struck the victim. She was confirmed dead before she could be treated at the hospital. Reacting to the incident, the chief of Ethiopia's local government council, Austin Ogedegbe, appealed for calm while assuring the public that the matter would not be ignored. Meanwhile, the governor and his administration's commitment to protecting the lives and property of all residents and urged the people of Abraka to remain calm as investigations continued. The Community Development and Public Enlightenment Department (CDPE) of Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission (DESOPADEC) on Saturday, August 30th, extended its anti-drug abuse campaign to a full market in Uwe local government area of Delta State. The campaign saw a large turnout of market traders and residents, with the DESOPADEC team engaging the audience with informative presentations on the harmful effects of drug abuse on both individuals and the larger community. Speaking at the event, the head of Community Development and Public Enlightenment Department, Mrs. Chineye Ezomfade, emphasized the importance of prevention and education. The market environment with its high foot traffic served as a ideal setting to spread the message, reaching individuals from different walks of life, including young traders, shop owners, and customers. The awareness drive included distribution of pamphlets, posters, and other educational materials outlining the signs of drug abuse. This also included a question and answer section where attendees had the opportunity to ask questions and get clarity on drug abuse issues. Several traders shared their concerns about the impact of drug abuse on youths. However, the DESOPADEC plans to extend the campaign to other markets across the state with the goal of reaching even more individuals and fostering a drug-free community. The Delta State government has dismissed a false and misleading recent allegations by Zig Bemre, coordinator of the Niger Delta Peace Coalition (NDPC), accusing Governor Sheriff Oborevwori of stalking ethnic conflict in Warri and politicizing sensitive community issues. In a statement by the Commissioner for Works, Rural Roads and Public Information, Chian Senyago, Sunday, the government said the accusations were nothing but a campaign of calumny against the governor and do not reflect his consistent commitment to peace, unity, and inclusive governance in the state. The statement pointed out that no time did Governor Oborevwori endorse, support, or encourage acts that could be construed as threats to peace and tacit approval of ethnic superiority, insisting that he has played the role of a neutral arbiter and unifier in the community matters. Aniago noted that the governor has repeatedly called for restraint, dialogue, and mutual respect among all communities and recently underscored his commitment to fairness during his State of State address. He disclosed that security agencies had been directed to investigate reported acts of vandalism and provocation linked to recent incidents in Warri. Vice President Kashim Shettima has described the official visit of his Colombian counterpart, Franca Marquez, at the beginning of a new era in the Nigeria-Colombia relations. stressing that both countries are bound by a deeper core of shared humanity and a common destiny. Speaking at a gala dinner in honor of the Colombian Vice President on Sunday night at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, Shettima said the three-day engagement will lay the foundation for deeper political cooperation, bolder economic ventures, and richer people-to-people exchanges. It conveyed the goodwill of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Nigeria to the visiting delegation, noting that the historic visit signaled the start of a fraternal union between the two nations. In his remarks, Vice President Marquez described the trip as a strategic and historic, underscoring the shared heritage and values that unite Colombia and Nigeria. As a woman of African descent, she said her visit had personal and cultural significance, while also carrying a diplomatic mission to deepen cooperation in the social justice, peace, tourism, health, culture, and education. She pledged that Colombia would leverage its position in South America to strengthen trade relations with Africa and expand diplomatic ties with Nigeria. Now on the entertainment news. Onyinyechi Basil has emerged as Miss Universe Nigeria 2025, succeeding Chidinma Adetshina. Representing Anambra State, Basil clinched the crown of a spectacular finale in Lagos that highlighted Nigeria's rich cultural heritage through vibrant traditional attire and contemporary fashion. Out of 22 contestants, the competition was narrowed down to 10 finalists, with Basil standing out her beauty, intelligence, and confidence. The top five finalists included Damilola Barinde, Lagos State, who was named first runner-up, Fortune Kurubo, Bayelsa State, second runner-up, and Irene Kiedashi, Ogun State, third runner-up, Ida Eno, Akwa Ibom State, made the top five, earning the title of Miss Supernatural Nigeria 2025. As Miss Universe Nigeria 2025, Basil will represent the country on the global stage, championing cultural exchange and women's empowerment. Now on the business news. Nigeria and Brazil have opened talks aimed at strengthening economic and financial cooperation with a particular focus on payment systems, fintech, and mobile money expansion. The discussions were held in Brasilia between the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, and his Brazilian counterpart, Gabriel Galipolo, during the President Bola Tinubu's state visit to the South American country. According to a press statement from the CBN on Saturday, the engagement formed part of a broader working visit by the CBN team to Banco Central do Brasil. In addition to the high-level talks, the Nigerian delegation also took part in a series of technical meetings with Brazilian officials covering monetary policies, financial stability, and regulatory cooperation. Cardoso described the meeting as an opportunity to strengthen institutional collaboration and share expertise between the two central banks. In his response, Galipolo welcomed the initiative and expressed Brazil's readiness to broaden collaboration with Nigeria. It said closer cooperation would help to both economies strengthen financial stability and advance shared prosperity. Now on the foreign news. A U.S. judge has temporarily blocked an attempt by the Trump administration to deport dozens of unaccompanied Guatemalan children back to their home country. District Court Judge Paco Sokinan's order on Sunday was in response to reports children had been put onto planes and were about to be sent to Guatemala, where lawyers argued that there would be risks of abuse and persecution. The children arrived in the U.S. alone are in government custody while their immigration claims are assessed. Guatemalan President Bernardo Arevalo and lawyers for the U.S. Justice Department said the children were not being deported, but rather repatriated so they could be reunited with their family. Now on the sports news. Atlanta have rejected Bayern Munich's bid for Ademola Lookman. According to multiple sources, the Bundesliga champions proposed a paid loan with an option to buy at the end of the season. Atlanta, however, only open to selling Lookman. Bayern Munich offered to pay €28 million for the option, which is way far too low as the value of €50 million. Tottenham Hotspur and Galatasaray are reportedly interested in the Nigeria international. The two clubs could only be prepared to buy him outright. Atlanta promised Lookman it could be sold this summer, but only to a club outside Italy so turned down the 42 million euros plus 3 million euros bonus proposal put forward by Inter. Lookman has been training separately ever since returning from a couple of weeks where he went out in protest. Now a recap on our headlines. Delta Governor Oborevwori vows justice for woman killed by security operatives. Delta government dismisses accusations of stoking ethnic conflicts in Warri. Anambra Onyinyechi Basil crowned Miss Universe Nigeria 2025. Atlanta reject Lookman bid for Bayern Munich. That's the news as edited by Timiola Emanuela. I am Matsu Okwemitorishe. Thanks for watching.